How's everything doing? Good.
They'll hear about 2 weeks.
Oh.
I'd go for another
I
7
actually, I'm gonna call Alan. It's like-
Wow.
By the time I called you, we already had 2 days.
It's just the, someone wants to work this on.
You can. You can get a concrete one, I think it's concrete.
I gave you
How do you
that.
get
The one that we're not looking at.
You get that, a concrete pump truck.
Read them.
So if I do it, 10 times a year, it's 8 grand, and
It's no big deal.
no big deal. And they're much more replacing.
Right, oh yeah, they can get way out there. That's pretty cheap for a truck for that much money. When you're saying they charge 800 for how long?
So I think it's $3.5.
So they bring the load and then
They just bring a pump.
it's and you pump into there?
Hudson Valley Concrete.
Art, are we on?
Not yet.
Not
Ready?
yet.
We'll be in a minute.
Okay.
You ready?
Sure.
So we need 100, 800, I don't know, just.
Let me know whenever you would like.
Fair enough, thanks.
Oh, wait, 20 seconds, so we're finished. Mr. Blatsky,
Yes, sir.
welcome, you ready?
I am.
Low,
1 second, please.
1 second.
Let me turn on or?
Yep.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our meeting. We start each meeting with an invocation. It's totally optional. It's followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm going to ask Al Shock to lead the invocation. I'm going to ask Councilperson Hooper to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Let's pray. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time again we've come to do the town's business. Give us wisdom to make decisions that benefit the town. Thank you for all those who keep us safe. We pray for our rulers in Washington and the state. Thank you for your great love to us, and pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. I'm going to call the meeting to order now at 7:31. Going to take roll call. Councilperson Hooper.
Here.
Councilman Smith.
Yes.
Councilman Shock.
Here.
Councilman Trophy.
Here.
Supervisor Spears here. We have 5 members in attendance and a quorum is attained. Additions or deletions to the agenda. I have 2. I have a letter from Jenny Dutko I want to read tonight from the Upper Delaware Council. She's our liaison and also received a resignation today, which I'd like to read into the record from the Highway Superintendent Ed Houston. So, and I have one other one. We have a fee change. Will be resolution 7. We did get new planning books, well, more planning books printed. There's been no changes. But the printing cost was $30 and we were charging less than that. So we're going to add that to the agenda to bring that up to the cost that we pay for them. And also under the recommendation of Flo, our town clerk, we're going to raise the rental fee in Space Park to $100 to cover our costs. So, anybody have any other additions or deletions?
No.
No.
Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to add those 3 items to the agenda.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Jock, second.
Second.
Councilman Hoover. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so we carry. All right, I'm going to move down to presentations and communications. I'm going to start with a letter from Ginny Dutko, who's our representative. It's addressed to Gary Spears, supervisor, and the town board. And the reason is the 2024 Upper Delaware Litter Suite. Dear Supervisor Spears, the Upper Delaware Council, UDC, is pleased to invite the town of Deerpark to participate in our 2024 Upper Delaware River Litter Suite. We will be organizing this event targeting the week of April 20th through the 28th, 2024 to commemorate Earth Day. We'll hope that you'll join us. We're asking all the 15 River Valley municipalities to designate a litter leader who will be the primary contact and event volunteer coordinator for your community. This person can be a municipal official, a community volunteer, interested business owner, or anyone who is excited about cleaning up and beautifying your municipality's river region. UDC staff will work with the litter leaders to ensure this event is a success. Your litter leaders last year were Ginny and Bill Dutko. We ask you to nominate your litter leader by February 20th so that we can engage them in the planning process as soon as possible. To designate your municipality's litter leader or ask any questions, please mail Stephanie@UpperDelawareCouncil.org. We look forward to our continuing partnership to protect, enhance, and celebrate the Upper Delaware River. Sincerely, Virginia S. Dutko. So I've included one in each one of your packets. Flo, could you see that this is posted on the website and the bulletin boards?
Yes, I will.
All right, and I'll get in touch with Ginny and Bill and see if they're still interested in being the leaders or take any other nominations or offers of help. So that's one. The second one is council members. Flo has presented you with a packet of interested parties to the Town Police Commission and the Ethics Board to review. I'd like to put that on the March 4th, I believe. Let me check the date. I'd like to put that on the March 4th meeting so that we could name those people that we choose on the board. So look at those applications. We would still receive them and can ask questions or give us input or whatever you like. We'll be voting on them on March 4th. All right, public comment, Flo?
I have no one signed up. No. Did you want to sign up, Grace?
Yeah, for old business.
Okay, electrical bids?
What?
You have to go up if you want to talk.
Oh, right now?
It's public comment.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Sure.
Let's put my name down.
You can still do it. Just go up now.
Oh,
We'll give Grace a minute to get set.
I'm sorry.
that's all right.
Yeah, we have a sign up
Take
sheet.
take your time, while you sign it, Grace.
Sure. Good evening. Susan Hall.
How hard is that on?
Yeah, it's on, she tells us.
You're hearing it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
got it.
And what's the
Because
name to talk about?
you dropped out, Mr. Spears, after about a minute. Stop
You want to
working.
talk about it?
Okay, good. Haha,
Okay, so.
better.
What's on the agenda?
A couple of things I had sent to you, Mr. Spears, I think twice, and I know that the last meeting was a roundtable and that wasn't the place to discuss the notes that I had submitted to you, some bullet points that have been discussed. This is a very playful thing here. Okay, put that in the budget. Improve microphones, believe me. The things that I had discussed was, one, the junk cars, which seemed the which are growing, and I believe there was a junk site right at 142 Canal Drive, which I go by all the time.
We sent a violation, and then I sent him back up there today. I just
Good.
figured that you would come, so I was trying to get ahead of it.
Thank you.
So, there was a violation that went out, it wasn't answered, so I sent a
building inspector up there today for a report I'm gonna get tomorrow.
That was the Canal Drive site?
Yes.
Okay, I guess.
Then there's
yeah.
another one we discovered, which is on the border of Port and Deerpark, that used to be a towing operation.
I know that
That
one.
we sent him there also.
Okay, and I think early on, we had discussed Mr. Hanson on 3rd Street at Avenue A, right at the corner there. He's throwing rusting cars and trucks and, but it's massive. Also Lower Guymart, and many of them are really tucked away. But one, it's bad for the ground, it's bad for everything, and it certainly doesn't help the neighborhood. Following up on the other item that we had started back in April was all of the tacked-on signs on the utility companies' poles. And I know it's a job, I know they are hands-off, O&R, but I think it has to go high up because there's more and more posting every which way, up and down. And I've knocked a few off of my property, but I haven't gotten on top of a truck to get the ones that are, 15 feet high and lower right at the never sink. So that's an ongoing issue. I know that Amanda has a lot to do, but that all of that, she was going to be calling people. I've called a few of those people who've been putting up, doing their advertising, and a little hostile. And one took one side down, but it's growing, and I see it all over Mount Hope and now.
Yeah,
And
I
up
called
and
over
down.
in Rockland, got the same response as you, that it was not high on their agenda.
Go to the higher ups. You never mess with the office manager. You go higher. Okay, all right. And so the light here, which was going to be re-angled, the real glaring one.
We're still waiting for them to do that. They've been
Okay.
notified now for the 3rd time. Hopefully I got a higher up person at the last time. Her name is Kelly Rollo, and she assured me that it would get put on the agenda. We're not sure if we're going to adjust it, or I thought that if we put a guard on it so that it still shined on our property but blocked the view of the cars coming both way would be a better alternative. So
Right.
it is on their work list. I cannot tell you when they're coming, but
Okay.
if they don't come within a month, I'll call them again.
Good. In theater, they call when you put the things on the side, those are chimneys, and they're like for Licos and Fresnels, and you can really angle. I think a lot of it needs to be angled. I know Mr. Trovy's son has a lot of light there, and it's misleading when you go down Guymar Turnpike. You think that there's a shadow that makes you think the road is going off to the left when it's actually going to the right. It's part of the issue of light pollution, non-directed light. So, and I have a neighbor who does that. So I'm nice, but just needs to. The village functions better. The town functions better. I think the hamlet with better lighting. The other thing is, I had sent you a thing on the Brownsfield opportunity area. And I don't know if, you were not here when we discussed that, but because this is moving along, I spoke with the regional director of Brownsfield Opportunity Areas, that's what the BOA stands for. And there is a lot of money from New York State. It's under New York State Department of State. And about 5 years ago, I was at a revitalization of New York meeting up in Albany at the Russell Sage College. And they were very anxious or very willing to interest people who had brownfields, and they knew about our brownfields.
And to get the grants, to get the funding is a real community effort with the municipality taking the lead, business people, community people, nonprofits, and it's kind of a visioning session that you do, and this is a long lead because we know it's going to take a long time for them to scoop out the stuff. So my point was that it would be great to set up a meeting in the next month just to hear what Susan Langfried has to say and the process of going about it. It can be very exciting because the brownfields parameter around the brownfield site for 900 feet and maybe even more, you can revitalize municipal buildings, private businesses, landscaping, and whatever business people bring to the table. So I think it's a pretty exciting thing, and just to hear people from the community, what, you know, over the years we've talked about a lot of things, to make walkways between the buildings and have a crosswalk, and so things are not so isolated, and I think that's a possibility. So that's what my email was about, and I'll know more. I hope everybody can at least explore it.
I just got an email from Susan yesterday about the program, so I'll be giving her a call.
Oh, that's super,
So next meeting, I'll let you know what's going on.
super. Okay, great.
Yep.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Actually, board, I'll forward that email to you so you all know what it is.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Flo?
Yes, Mr. Supervisor, Mr. Sachs here didn't understand the protocol for public comment. So he wanted to talk about something on PPAC, but I said it wasn't on the agenda. But I
Alright.
don't know,
Well,
so,
we're gonna let you, we'll give you a couple minutes.
So,
We're not
yeah.
gonna turn anybody down, so.
Thank you. Everybody knows, my name's Larry Sachs. I live at the corner of Deerpark and Falls. I understand Deerpark's getting ready to be re-blacktopped. I see you said posted that.
Yep.
The concern I have is Deerpark Trail is a raceway. A few years back, they put up one of those speed signs out there, and I sat in my driveway for like 4 hours watching it. Average speed was 55 miles per hour. I went and spoke to the previous chief of police, and basically got told, deal with it. We never re-blacktop a Deerpark. What can we do to try to get the traffic slowed down?
What's the speed limit on that?
30.
Well, we're not gonna go any lower than 30. I guess enforcement at this point.
Yeah, because I mean, when I spoke to the previous chief, and I don't know who the new chief is, I haven't spoken to him. You know, he said there was nothing they could do. I offered him, I gave him permission to sit in my driveway with a radar. He can sit right there on live oak. You know, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
Anybody coming out of False Lane on the Deerpark, they gotta stop and listen out the window, because if it's daytime, you gotta listen for the cars. So they come around that curve 40, 50 miles an hour, somebody's gonna end up getting killed.
All right. Well, I'll notify the police chief tomorrow and tell him to look into it, and we'll see what we can do.
Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Yeah, no problem. All right, Flo, anyone else?
no, sir.
Okay, thank you. Moving down to approval of minutes, there's 3 of them. Entertain a motion, let's do them one at a time. I know Krista wasn't here for the 28th, so I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes from December 28th.
Motion?
Motion by Councilman Shock, second.
Second.
Councilman Trovey, any discussion on them? Additions or deletions? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 4-0. Yes. 4-0.
Correct, I'm abstention.
Who abstained?
Me.
The high pitch, please.
All right, January 2nd reorg meeting. I'll entertain a motion to approve them.
So moved.
So moved by Councilperson Hoopler. Second? Second by Councilman Smith. Any additions or deletions? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. January 18th, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Trowbridge, second.
Second.
Councilman Moeller. Any additions, changes, deletions?
That was nice.
All right, so, all those in favor?
Excuse me, Mr. Supervisor?
Yes.
Not sure that it's necessarily appropriate for Councilperson Hubler to second, only because she wasn't here.
Okay. I did
Uh,
receive a copy, that's why I thought it was okay to.
I mean, technically it is, but
Okay.
I just thought I would throw that out there.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's back up a step. Go to the approval of minutes on January 18th, and we'll start over. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Trowbridge. Do I have a second, Mr. Smith? Second. Hearing that, any additions, deletions, changes? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstained?
Abstain.
All right, so the motion passes 3-4, 0 against, 2 abstentions. Thank you. All right, moving down into old business, we received the electrical bids and opened them. They were much higher than we expected. We did go back over the bid that we put out. We removed a number of items to try to get the cost down. So my recommendation would be to reject the first electrical bids. I'd like to go back out to bid with the new bid package, which removes some items, try to bring the cost down.
Okay. Motion.
Motion by, let's do 2 steps. First, to reject the electrical bids that won't receive.
Make that motion.
All right, second by Councilman Shock. Any discussion on that? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Where can we see them?
I can give you a copy tomorrow. I can probably give you a copy later and I'll have them on the
Any
dais.
email or no?
No, just the changes got done today so that we could go back out to bid, so I'll get that to you. So again, I would like to go back out. I'll make sure that you have the new bids. We removed a lot of the stuff that would have to do with placing welder outlets and stuff like that. We retained all the lightings, the powers for the overhead garage doors, emergency lighting, and outside lighting, and exits, lit exit signs, but we took other stuff.
Took some stuff out to get
Could
that.
add it later.
Cost was crazy.
Right. All right, so entertain a motion to rebid the electrical work on the new town highway pole barn.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Trowbridge, second.
Second.
Councilman Shock. Any discussion on that?
It was a good idea.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. I will tomorrow get an email from each one of you on the new bid package.
So now, how, are we advertising that again, or how are we going to
We
advertise
have to go through the legal process of advertising that. Flo will put that in the paper and also post it.
Post it on our website?
Yes.
Where's the limit for minimum wage?
Well, it's got to include prevailing wage, but there's no limits.
I thought if it was up to a certain threshold, we didn't have to do that.
No, prevailing wage is prevailing wage. Anything from $1 of taxpayer money's got to be prevailing wage.
We don't have to want to bid for under a certain threshold.
Our procurement policy, well, we're over that threshold. Even if we weren't, the procurement would still include prevailing.
Right.
Okay?
How many people bid on it?
We had 5 bidders. All right, good questions. Moving down, new business. Let me get the resolutions out, and we'll go through them. Resolution number 5 of 2024. This is to authorize the supervisor to have town board members, town clerk, and myself to sign the checks. These are signature cards with TD Bank, who is the local bank that we use. Be it resolved that the Deer Park Town Board hereby authorizes Supervisor Gary Spears to sign resolution to update signature cards at TD Bank, dated February 5th, 2024. This will be a roll call vote. I need a motion and a second to authorize this resolution.
Motion.
Motion by, who did I get down there? Councilman Trovey, second. Councilman Smith. Any discussion? Hopefully they're done already, if not before you leave tonight. So you all know any check that leaves this building goes out with two signatures, either two council persons or one of us and the town clerk. Okay, so that's just for safety.
Yes.
All right, motion and second, roll call. Councilman Alan Schock.
Yes.
Councilmember Krista Hoover.
Yes.
Councilmember Kenneth Smith.
Yes.
Councilmember Art Trovey.
Yes.
Supervisor Gary Spears, yes. Motion passes 5-0. Flo, you will take care of that
Yes, I will.
tomorrow? Thank you very much. All right, resolution number 6. This is to advise the New York State Unified Court System of the audit done for Judge Warden and Judge Egan. I'm going to read the resolution. This is a state statute. Resolution number 6 of 2024 of the Town Board of the Town of Deerpark, Orange County, New York, internal financial audit. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Deerpark, County of Orange, State of New York, conducted a meeting for the purpose of internal financial audits on January 18, 2024. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Deerpark, County of Orange, State of New York, has audited the records of Judge Michael Wharton and Judge Jeremy Egan. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Deerpark, County of Orange, State of New York, has found the records of Judge Michael Wharton and Judge Jeremy Egan to be in order and in compliance with Section 2019-A. Therefore, be it resolved that the required examination pursuant to Section 2019-A was conducted by the Town Board, Town of Deerpark, County of Orange, State of New York, and the judicial records were, in all respects, found to be in compliance with Section 2019-A. And be it further resolved that the Town Clerk of the Town of Deerpark, County of Orange, report the results of this audit to the Unified Court System's Internal Audit Office in compliance with the requirements of Section 2019-A. That is the end of the reading of resolution. Again, this would be a roll call, and we would need a motion and a second to get it rolling. Motion by Councilman Schock, second. Councilman Smith. I guess if you weren't there, if they weren't there,
That's my question,
they should probably not vote.
Agreed.
Okay. All right, Supervisor Spears, yes. Councilman Schock.
I was not here.
All right. Abstentions. Councilmember Smith.
Yes.
Councilmember Trovey.
Yes.
Councilmember Hoover.
As I was at newly elected school, I will abstain.
All right, thank you. You have to give a report.
I have pages.
All right, motion is carried 3-0 with 2 abstentions. Thank you. All right, resolution number 7 of 2024. This is what I added. This is a resolution authorizing additions and changes to the fee schedule. Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Deerpark, Orange County, New York, authorizes the following changes to the fee schedules. Changes: zoning map fee, $30 per map. Park rental usage, $100. Upon passage, this resolution shall take effect immediately, dated February 5th, 2024. Motion.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Schock, second.
Second.
Councilman Hoover, discussion.
Yeah, discussion. So, park rental, what do they What do we allow them to do for $100? What is the part that we get?
Most of it is for the pavilion.
The one pavilion?
Right, so it would include, use of the bathrooms, use of the pavilion, the playground, whatever they wanted to do.
Electricity.
Is that,
Well, electricity,
I guess
the
my
bathroom.
question in today is that enough even really to cover?
It was 50, we thought we'd raise it to 100. There is also a $100 deposit, which is refundable to the people if they clean up and whatever. So our cost basically would be the electricity, the use of the bathroom facilities, and we do allow them to dump the garbage into our dumpster. So I think it's reasonable. They are mostly taxpayers that are using it.
But is it limited to taxpayers?
No, it's not.
Can we do a two-tiered system?
I don't know that we're supposed to be in the business of making money for
No,
the
no,
town,
we're
but-
covering it, so the rest of the taxpayers are not paying.
I would say with what I've seen, $100.
Okay, so that'll cover cleanup of bathrooms and everything when we're all done?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
It's just a question.
No, it's a good question. I mean, just for the record, there are groups that we would even waive the fee.
Mhm.
You know, if a local group was doing a fundraiser or something,
Right.
or
Mhm.
maybe the seniors would want to have a picnic or something.
Yeah, that makes
Stuff
sense.
like that, we would waive the fee,
Okay.
which we can do. But for normal usage, I think $100 is enough. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, I only say that we're at the stage of the game when we did our true cost of labor, even for the highway department last year, was over, like, 6 years ago, was over $50 an hour. So I'm thinking about one guy just going down there and cleaning up for an hour.
It's usually not the highway guy that does the cleaning, it would be our janitor from here,
Right.
which is at a much lower rate.
And that's paid anyway if they don't.
And if they don't clean up, we would keep their
Then we keep their
$100
deposit, okay.
deposit.
Good, that part's good.
Yep. And then the zoning map fee, the maps flow, right, actually cost us $30.
Cost us $30.
Yeah.
So it's just a
That makes
wash.
sense, yeah.
But we were
And that was
selling it
redone
cheaper
because of
than.
the annexation.
Okay,
Yep. All right,
I'm
good.
good, thank you.
All right, roll call, Councilman, let's see what order they're in now. Ken Smith.
Yes.
Arthur Trophy.
Yes.
Alan Shaw.
Yes.
Krista Hoover.
Yes.
Gary Spears, yes. Motion passes 5-0. Good discussion. All right, moving down, I have a letter from a longtime police officer in the town of Deerpark that is retiring, going on to disability. I want to read a letter from him. Addressed to the town of Deerpark Supervisor's Office, Dear Town Supervisor Spears. This letter is in reference to the letter received by your office on January 16, 2024 from New York State and local retirement system. This letter states that it has been determined that the application for disability has been granted as required by the New York State. A long list of letters, which would be local retirement, New York State local retirement system. I must be removed from payroll within 30 days receipt of this letter. This letter is to inform you that I would like January 27th, 2024 to reflect as my retirement date. Thank you for your time and consideration. Sincerely, Thomas J. Kim. So he kind of was forced to go out because at one point he applied for disability when he was having some stuff and it took a while to come through, but he is okay with it at this point. I spoke with him today, so we need a motion and a second to accept his resignation.
Motion.
Motion by Councilman Trowey.
Yes.
Second? Councilman Smith. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Today, we received a letter, two of them. One was addressed to town clerk, which is the proper person to address from a letter from an elected official. I'm going to read that first. Florence Santini town of Deerpark. Dear Town Clerk Florence Santini, please accept this letter as a formal notification that I will be resigning from my position as Highway Superintendent for the town of Deerpark. My last day will be March 1st, 2024. Sincerely, Edward Houston. Also sent a letter to me and the board, which I'll read. We only have to act on the first one. Dear Supervisor Spears and town board members, please accept this letter as a formal notification that I will be resigning from my position as Highway Superintendent for the town of Deerpark. My last day will be March 1st, 2024. The past 36 years have been a pleasure. I am so grateful for the experience and support I have had for the last 36 years. I want to thank all employees that have worked for me and those who I have worked with in the highway department. All employees at Town Hall and the entire town board present and past. I will do everything possible to fulfill my duties as highway superintendent and lead the highway department as deputy highway superintendent in good standing for the next 4 weeks. I wish everyone continued success, and I hope to stay in touch in the future. Sincerely, Edward Houston. So, long time,
Yeah.
great employee, so that is a letter to Flo, which is official, and the letter to us, just explaining his position. So we need to act, I believe. Flo, do we need to act, or
No.
you already took care of it?
Took care of it.
The state law is,
Elected officials have to resign to the town clerk, and then they
Okay.
take care of it with the Board of Elections.
okay, and then you've already
Yeah.
done that?
I done it,
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it was out
Okay,
today.
board, we don't have to do it.
and the county clerk.
Okay. So, that brings me to appropriation budget, payment of bills, budget officer's report, which is in front of you. We do have to stay after and audit the vouchers and sign them. And also have to make sure that all the signature cards are signed for TD Bank.
They're done, sir.
Pardon?
All done.
All done? Thank you, Flo. So that's gonna move us, well, before we go to closing board comments, I know we need an executive session, Glenn.
Yes, sir.
That is on litigation we've received.
Yes, litigation. There's at least 2 matters. Deerpark tax certiorari with Orange and Rockland, and also the Deerpark Planning Board and others have been sued by the Lower Huguenot Neighborhood Alliance.
Okay, thank you. So we're gonna invite the town board and you as the town attorney to come to that executive session. All right. Need a motion to enter in an executive session. Let's put that at about 8:20. Have a motion?
8:06.
Well, we're gonna take a little recess after closing board comments.
Actually, Mr. Supervisor, you don't want to go in there yet because you haven't done the bills.
Yes, good catch. All right, appropriation, budget, payment of bills, budget officer's report is there. We actually need a motion to pay the bills after audit and 3 or more councilperson's signatures. Do I have a motion? Motion by Councilman Smith, second by Councilman Chalk, I'm assuming. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes 5-0. Then,
Thank you.
let's go right to closing board comments. I'm gonna start tonight. I would like to extend my appreciation to both TJ Kalen and Eddie Houston for many, many years of service. TJ in the police department and Eddie Houston as the highway superintendent. I'm sorry about that. And TJ, though, is staying on as Huguenot Fire Company, so he's still active in the area, but they're both gonna be losses for the area, and I just wanna make it stated publicly that they did a great job while they were here, and I'm sorry to see them go. And, yes, that's about all I got to say. So, Councilman Trowey.
Okay, I wanna go in the same place you are, Gary. I mean, anybody that devotes this much time to our community and in so many ways. Working with Ed, to me, was a pleasure. The whole time that I've been here, the 8 or 10 years, however long it is now, that he never refused a phone call. I had his cell phone to call him anytime somebody raised a problem, and he got right back to me. He was very, very prompt in getting the job done and getting something addressed. So I really appreciated how he responded the whole time that I've been here, and I'm sure he did for the many years he's here. So thank you, Ed, for that. TJ, thanks for all the years of service in the police and for your continued service in the fire department, which is so vital to our area. So thank you.
Jacques?
Don't know how long TJ was. I can remember started dating my wife, and Ed was just starting, I said, wow, that's a long time ago. So thank them both for all their service.
All right, Krista?
Yeah, I would echo those sentiments, thank them both for their service. Certainly a loss. I'm gonna lean a little on the police side just because, you know, we were watching them leave over and over each month, so that, you know, is a concern for public safety and, you know, how we're moving forward, but I'm sure we'll do that and do that well. I mentioned earlier that I was at newly elected school this past month for a few days and have pages and pages and pages of notes and questions and things to follow up with and on, so, yeah, buckle up.
Well, good.
I've got questions.
Still heading off to New York City for some more.
And heading off to New York City in a couple of weeks for some more training, so,
All right,
yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
Councilman Smith?
Yeah, I want to thank Ed and Kevin for service. They've done a great job. I've worked with Eddie for a long time, and as Artie said, he was always very responsive, and he really took care of his community, and we appreciate that.
Thank you. So now, we'll take a 10-minute recess. I need a motion to enter into executive session to discuss litigation cases. The town board and our town attorney invited in. Do I have a motion? Motion by Councilperson Hugler and seconded by? Yes. Councilman Schott. All in favor? Aye. Motion is passed with a 5-0 vote. We'll take a 10-minute recess and go into executive session. Thank you all. I'll call the chief. Usually what he does, so you know, is he puts that speed limit sign back up, sees what it is, and then we'll see what we can do.
What I'm afraid of is, especially in the morning and in the afternoon when the kids are getting on and off the bus. Yeah, I've seen, there's one particular car, right, got Florida tags. They passed me when I've been sitting on the school bus and went around the school bus with the lights flashing.
Oh.
And when that happened,
Get that number.
when that happened,
Right.
you know, I said, "Hey,
Bob?
Congratulations. And planning and stuff.
Great to see
They hope to be around.
you say, you know, your kids on the base a lot now, I'm retired, just working."
She's, she'll be here back. She went and got some cream for me.
Okay. You used to see it,
No.
I'd like to know what's going on. Unfortunately, because of what I did for a living for 48 years, I couldn't be more.
TJ?
Well, you know, like I said, I know it's
What
a
happened
serious
with
one, but you
TJ
gotta
was
be
more
careful.
medical.
Yeah.
And I understand.
Right, it's ridiculous, it really is.
What intersection did you say? was-
Keep back and false, right on the corner.
Right.
You go from here,
Which gives them.
curve around, come around, turn. Okay.
I wish him well.
Yeah, Floss Lane, right?
Yeah.
Around where-
I don't know the percentage he gets.
Him and I talked about it here a couple weeks ago, and, he said he felt his daughter when she's going out, especially during the day, stop, turn her radio off, move her window, and listen.
Well, I got all, I'll read it again, I got a ton of letters with his resignation.
Okay, I couldn't hear well enough to know what street, and that's why I asked.
You know, I'm
Well, he had, couldn't stay retired, couldn't stay working for us because
That's gonna be, not this week, on repeat.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
How you doing, guys?
I just don't want to see this.
No.